So many things to do, so little time. And speaking of time, I hope there's no time limit in all the missions and side missions I'm planning on doing. In the last episode, we almost completed the autopsy. There's a few things I have to run through. We have a skill check regarding the autopsy before we finish, which will probably reveal another clue. And I also wanted to get the serial number information out of Alice, so let's do that real quick.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
I'm guessing one of its names is Crenel.
Yes. That is the most recent name the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP. And the one before it was Downwell. I also have one called Sediment, but I think that might be a different contractor. No, they work called Sediment. And Somatosensor, it seems. All that during the last 9 years.
Armor like this isn't mass-produced. It would have probably been fitted. Perhaps there's a record of who signed for this particular suit of armor.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts in this case.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Tomorrow? Can we stall this much? Is this important for the autopsy? No, because we just examined the body, not the clues regarding the body, the clothes and stuff. The clothes and everything else is irrelevant, but, you know, it's good to know. It's good to know. Do we want to connect to the precinct again? Maybe I can ask about my partner being here, spying on me, question mark? Alice, please connect me to the 47 again.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
Oh, there we go. I'm happy to report that I have found my badge, Yules.
10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
No, I don't want to do this. Alright, see you later, Zules. Love you. Never forget about me.
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Now, who are these, tasteful gentlemen?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says the young man with a piece written on his back. Oh no.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan, "Fuck the world."
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Excuse me?
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
Boys, excuse me?
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
Yeah, you don't fuck with Kim Kitsuragi's wheels, boys.
I, It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
Oh no. Of course I do. I'm just testing you boys.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
His voice rings with excitement.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Wait a minute. Wasn't Cindy part of the skulls? Or was she just under that nickname? We gotta ask her.
No, they really aren't. It's porno tuning. Say no to the porno.
There it is! Okay, great. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
Oh. Damn it, it was highlighted and I thought it was his line. A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Don't fuck around. I am the law.
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
What does that mean?
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket have peace written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Excuse me?
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
What?
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Why do you have fuck the world written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
That is a terrible metaphor.
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly. one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey, Kim?
Yes?
What do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our path?
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
God, that's bad. I don't want to ask this. Are you more of a piece of or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements.
That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
He adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism.
We have to have their jackets. We need to take their jackets.
The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
Ah, you'll see for sure once we're in. It's the last thing you'll ever see before the void consumes you.
Throw him off his game.
Are you sure a skull would say that?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're only saying practice things for now, so we don't mean no harm to the Skulls brand, or to you.
This is definitely something the Skulls would say. But we're not trying to encroach on the Skulls brand in any way. On the contrary, we're just here to market it.
Hold on, why does a criminal gang need marketing?
We think of it more like 2 franchises merging. You know, us 2 and the Skulls. I really feel like we would add more to the table. Spice things up here in Martinez, you know. Get the old machine of pain and suffering oiled up real good.
Okay, I get what the skulls do, but what do you franchise in? Youth unemployment?
Whatever, man. Work is for pussies. You wouldn't get it anyway.
So you're just pretending to be as nasty and vicious as the skulls?
Hey, we could be just as hard. Like pavement on top of pavement, or a brick on top of another brick.
Or a grave on top of a grave.
These kids have the vocabulary. but might be missing a brain. Wouldn't a grave on top of a grave be just a big hole? What's hard about holes? Filling them up, baby.
Who's Van Eyck?
Old man, it doesn't matter. You'll be long gone before his greatness is recognized.
So you're saying I'm an old man?
Yep, old as fuck.
Yeah, man. It's like at death's door. No wonder you know nothing about the future. You won't be there.
Enough about this gallery then.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. 42%. Alright, this is half light. We might be able to pull this through. Maybe if I talk to Cindy first. Yeah. I'll be back, boys. I'll be back. Let's see here. Half light. Was it gloves or was it... Oh, that was a minus on half light. No, I want a plus. Give me a plus. Please give me a plus. Are you serious? I don't have one? Or am I already wearing it? Oh, it's those gloves. Oh no. No minuses? Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's go talk to Cindy real quick. I need more resources. I need a lot more resources, and by resources I mean bottles and stuff. Now, where was that door? Yeah, where was that door? At the exit. Cindy!
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Peace, f it, and fuck the world. Send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Oh god. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
Okay then, how's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency.
Dude, how old is this? She can't be over like 13 or something. She's like a teenager, if not younger.
This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Is this the equivalent of anarchy? Sounds like it. It could be. I don't know. Catch you later, Cindy. That was educational. Now that we're here, I want to check on Joyce. We did ask her about the tattoos, but I am pretty positive there was a skill check hiding somewhere.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
The boat, Wild Pines?
What we do
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines call, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil.
Jean-Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity. No.
Okay.
Why, thank you.
She nods.
Of course. Anything to help.
Yeah, nothing new.
I
Alright.
am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Send victim's body to processing. Let's go get those cool jackets. Let's go, Kim. Whoops. See you later. Could we always zoom out this much? Oh, it's one of the thoughts I have. One of the abilities I have. Took the wrong turn. Oh, I didn't. No, this is right. Boom, 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 boom. I need to find this lady's husband. I've been slacking. Didn't we have like a skill point on you as well? René?
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
Ooh, I forgot about this. I understand Jean-Marie meant a lot to you.
There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
Where was the photo of you two taken?
Revival Fair of 91 in the Faubourg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day, and the carabiniers marched in the place of honor.
You looked happy in the picture, smiling.
This was the happiest day of my life.
What happened with you, Gaston and Jean-Marie?
I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch. I won her back, but while I was dealing with some issues.
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her.
Dark cloud. That sounds unpleasantly familiar.
I...
He looks down at his boots, lips moving, but the words uninaudible.
Those days and memories are gone.
He nods and looks René with something resembling compassion.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
He was talking about the war. That's what I remember, and we came across a skill check that I couldn't do because it was impossible at the time. But I don't know where it is. Can we steal that sandwich?
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia?
It's locked. Well, we will come back to this. I need a bite of the sandwich. At this point, I'm sure it's stale. He's been eating that for 4 days now.
That ride is fucking lightning.
The young man exclaims.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Ugh, I should have saved my game. Hold on. I need those jackets.
That ride is fucking light.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Ask for the jackets for yourself and the lieutenant.
These guys aren't scary. You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying.
Oh no.
Or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Gentlemen, I need your jackets. That's not gonna go well.
Why?
Point at your clothes. Look at the shit I'm wearing. I need them for official police business.
And what kind of business is that exactly?
Police business?
The lieutenant notices your agitation and opens his mouth to speak. then decides against it and merely shakes his head.
Kim, no, help me!
Okay, we get it. You look like total shit. We look flashy as hell. What about it?
There's a spark of sympathy in the youth's eyes.
You didn't say that.
Leather would be such a cool look on me.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Please.
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it then. I can't handle this sad shit.
It's true. He simply can't. It's called empathy. Wow, I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
Oh, I will.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
Oh my god, this guy is freezing to death now.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
We have to get it. I know you said you're more of a piss guy, but we only have one jacket, and I want it.
I'm absolutely okay with not having one.
Why not? You could really raise hell, go undercover. Hard.
I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all.
I'll just let you borrow this jacket, you know, should the need arise.
The need will not arise.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
No! No! We only have one jacket! No! Oh! God damn it! Can I not give this to Kim? Now I want to know.
You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure?
Hold on. Out of curiosity, would we be able to get both jackets? Would we be able to get the both jackets if I succeeded on the check?
That ride is fucking...
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken...
These guys aren't scary.
No, come on! It's a good percentage, give it to me! For science? I am willing to take the loss,
that ride
dude.
Is fucking...
Hey, piss.
These guys aren't scary.
Are you serious? Wow. We're working with a 42%. It shouldn't be that hard.
Hey, piss.
No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Boys, with those jackets, you're gonna be the Skull Kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term, probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings.
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far.
Yeah, Kim is playing along. I love you, Kim.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Dude, this option is 10 times better than failing the check. This is amazing.
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we're gonna be cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
The young man before you is scared out of his mind.
You got it. No need for cruelty.
You offer us your jackets like that. It'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay, I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Fuck.
We got them both, baby! We got them both!
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're most of a piece of good kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell, go undercover hard.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Cold-hearted cop.
Still, it's good to know we have a pair, in case the need arises.
The need will not arise.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world, all on its own, is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
Yes, they're now freezing. The dark-haired young man just stands there, defeated. The wind blows.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Both are great. One of them is half-light, -1 rhetoric. Eh. These shoes I'm wearing though, jeez. I wanna be classy. Give me that hat, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff right there. With my crowbar and my trash bag.
You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous?
Yeah, danger to myself. What am I doing? This is insane.
Oh no, believe me, it will be everyone else who's uncomfortable with it. You're safe. No one dares say a word, unless they're, like, from your station and coming to judge you. But what are the chances of that happening?
I mean, my partner and another lady at the Whirling Rugs at the moment, kind of spying on me? I mean, we know they're there. Damn, I look cool. I wish there was a way to give the other jacket to Kim, though. I would love to have him roll with it. Hey, our sexy boy is still here.
Again?
The man doesn't reply, trying to get a good picture of your jacket, no doubt.
Oh, there we go.
Yes? What is it?
They noticed. Oh, we're so cool.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Hello, handsome.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Goodbye, handsome. What were we doing? I had my notes, but I don't remember anymore. Oh, right. Wait, we can do that little favor for the fat guy. Again, even though I'm not too thrilled about it, but someone has to. And hopefully, we will get our badge back. Hopefully. Look at this beautiful piece of artwork. I wonder who made it. Someone very talented, I bet. I think this is the one. Let's not mess this up.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press your ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
Carefully knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
The lieutenant looks uncomfortable.
You're pretty sure the owner of the apartment isn't here. It's safe-ish.
Lieutenant, what is your opinion on this task we're undertaking?
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for, but every day tells you something new about yourself.
The lieutenant replies, still inspecting the padded door.
Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something I'm squeamish about.
So you don't mind if I unlock the door?
If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that? On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrard we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to see if we actually did it.
Lie to Evrard? That's also an option?
Yes. Presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there. You took this task. You make the call.
The door is right here. You can just open it and be done with this. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's behind the door.
Can I see my tasks? Or you can lie to Evrard that you open the Weasel's door. I mean, can we open it? Take a peek inside and then get out, lock the door, lie to Evrard? I'm just curious. I want to see what's inside there. What if we find a clue about the murder case? I'm doing it. Use my Yana's key to unlock the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. Hopefully no one heard. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold. Maybe there's treasure in there. A white alligator. A fountain of quicksilver.
Inland Empire, if you put it that way, I can't say no. Let me see here. What are we working on? Homosexual underground, baby! What else do we have? Apricot chewing gum, scented one, actual art degree. I never took this one out, did I? I thought I already had this. Bringing off the law? Is that all? Some kind of superstar. I think I'm going to wait for the next one. Let's finish this one first, and then we will decide if we want any of these, or we might get something new in the process. Magnesium. A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over. You said clothes. There were no clothes in there. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag. Oh no.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What's the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag. It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomenon of this wondrous archipelago. You're sure you once saw sundogs in your youth, and blue flares.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Yes. But why would I want to bow? Don't bow to the flag!
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Good point. I believe our guy is not a very good guy, Kim. Hello, logic. Does it say anything? Pressed and spotless gleaming white shirt. The kind that Sears men wear. At Sears, there is solary offices. Not get piss-soaked or cum-stained. No, that's my job. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. A smell of disinfectant in the room. Smells like chemicals.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Is this our man? The man? With the racist mug? Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. They are merely unflattering caricatures.
Yep, we have a racist among us. What do I mean uncomfortable?
The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much.
Typical asshole.
This person is unhappy. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Whip out your yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
I don't really want to, though. Move on from the mugs. We did learn something about this man. And I will have to agree on something Everard said. That yes, he was a weasel. I mean, he is a weasel. Surprising, nobody knew about this guy. What did we do? Let Everard know you unlocked the door. We cannot lie to him if we already did that, though. Find the armored gloves, Hardy Boys, the boots, victim's tattoos. This is something I gotta do tomorrow. Working class husband. We were so close to finding the cryptozoologists, though. Who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person and you'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while. We're on the 4th day. Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. How on earth are we going to find the entrance to this place? No idea. I want to sing karaoke. This is the first quest we ever gotten. And I have no leads to that. Man. I will have to remember what this skill check was regarding the body. Was it interfacing or something else? Logic? No, it wasn't logic. I remember it being yellow, I think. It has to be yellow.
The man is decomposing visibly now. Every hour, he looks less like a creature and more like a pile of intestines. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Perception. Perception. Hold on. Let's see what we can do perception-wise here. Give me all the perception! Maybe I should wear my gloves, I don't know. Like, I'm about to deal with a body, man. Perception. Perception? Perception, where are you? Am I already wearing everything perception? We don't have any minuses, that's all I need to know. Perception is our boots. Only our boots? Interesting. I'm surprised. I don't have enough. That's the thing, though. Well, here goes nothing.
The man is deep. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Let's do this. Search the body one more time, thoroughly.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Squeeze his nose.
You pick it between your fingers. The mess is even larger than your nose. Very porous somehow. Like it's about to pop. Keep crawling, lest you break it.
Crawl up his nostrils.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Push your fingers in his nose.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage.
The fuck is he doing?
You hear a voice squeak. It sounds very far away.
The thing you're looking for, it's not here either. Crawl out, spider.
Put your fingers in his mouth.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it? Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Kuno nods, too. He takes a step closer.
Touch it with your finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Put your finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
Feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres. The undulations of the limbic system have ended. All is quiet.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Kuno's voice is hushed.
Quivering with awe.
Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper, until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin.
Inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it, from the inside. The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
Would we notice earlier when we were doing the autopsy, when I was petting his hair? It would have been extremely small.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
The lieutenant leans closer.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
Her voice is absolutely sizzling with excitement.
97%. Don't let down, Kuno S! Feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
Searches his pockets for something. Fish it out. Did we get the bullet?
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
Slowly pull your fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Fucking beautiful!
A bullet.
The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-calibre. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant. As a gift.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
The Lieutenant drops the bag in your bloody hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion collar. Soft palate, back of mouth. High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Mm-hmm. Cleaning my hand with a handkerchief is not enough. I need to take a shower. Like, right now. That's what I've been thinking. Ugh. I mean, this is wrong because we assumed the man was struggled, so it can't be right. But I really want to clean my hand in the handkerchief. So I'm gonna say this, even though it's wrong. Wasn't that what we thought the last time?
That was then. This time we have extensive tissue destruction away from the wound track. This time we have a bullet.
Goddamn right.
And one last thing. We should amend injury number 3. Ligament mark. New opinion? Non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead dabba doop doop.
Dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs too. Small details. Everything is too neatly designed for us to assign probable cause here, as we did, full-heartedly. Well, no more.
We almost fell for it, he thinks. Almost. There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Yes, but I'm thinking, if he was shot before they hanged him, like right before, wouldn't the neighborhood report a gunshot? They would have heard it. Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him?
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
Unless it was a silenced weapon. But I'm pretty sure the murder didn't happen here. Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
In the evening? I'm gonna stay dirty all day, smelling like dead people? Also, I officially don't have a room anymore. I haven't paid guard in like 2 days. Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
Oh no, you'll be gone? What should I do in the meantime?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Oh. I think I'm gonna bag him later this afternoon, because I don't want to lose him. I want him with me. Also, maybe we get another opportunity at the boots. I mean, let's have a look at that bullet. The bullet mushroomed out on impact. It now looks more like a fanciful jacket button than something that could pierce skin, flesh, and bone.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
Pull the bullet through the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
What do I do with you, bullet?
What?
The lieutenant steps closer. I said, what do I do with you, bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say, find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Inspect the bullet closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
A jacketed bullet close to 5 millimeter in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be any time soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
I mean... It's a white check. Plus one encyclopedia said this came from a breech loader. Aware of the name of the antique rifle you found, thank you, Renee, have a similar rifle on hand. Nice. Do it.
A rifle, revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you. The dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Who uses Belmargrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
think I know where this came from. Dangle the bag thoughtfully.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Bell Maghrib rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
Why not?
Sure, there's some arms trafficking, but the laws prohibiting the use of breech loaders we inherited from the monarchy have been effective, from what I've seen. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Worth what? Getting shot?
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Seems like we're looking for an antiques enthusiast.
Doesn't seem that likely, but we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself.
The bullet has nothing more to say. Man, that was super cool. Kuno's gonna have a fucking heart attack. I mean, after that, you kids can say I am super cool. Anywho, let's take a small break, and I will see you all in the next episode of Disco Elysium. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. Have fun, whatever you do. Take care of yourselves, and do not forget, keep on gaming. I will see you all next time.